Commonwealth versus Goins really gives us a nice, clean case that involves proof of theft by deception. In this case, there was this reason to believe that this particular defendant was in fact fraudulently taking things from the mail. And so they have someone approach him with a package that is addressed to Kenneth Coleman, who is no one in Philadelphia where this crime occurs. And they ask him, they present him the package, and he says, "I'll take it because I'm Kenneth Coleman's nephew." And then it turns out that he's not Kenneth Coleman's nephew. He then he admits he's not Kenneth Coleman and that he's not Kenneth Coleman's nephew, and that he took the package because his friend Stan is, in fact, Kenneth Coleman's nephew, something we never actually learn. In fact, we have every reason to think that that's actually not true. So in this case, then, our question is, have we established theft by deception? And the court says that we have, because the defendant lied about being Kenneth Coleman's nephew and thereby took possession of this package. Now, the only point on which the court agrees with the defendant is that we are not able to establish the value of the contents of this package at over $50. And so therefore he cannot be convicted of the higher form of theft by deception, but we can absolutely establish theft by deception in this case. This actually raises a really interesting question. Suppose, since the police now have possession of the package that they're delivering, and they're a law enforcement agency is setting up this sting operation, regardless of whether it's through an intermediary like a FedEx worker or a UPS worker or the like. What if the package had contained bars of gold? Could we have convicted the defendant of theft by deception of over $10,000 worth of goods because he had taken this package not knowing the contents, but they in fact contain bars of gold? So this will be a question when we look at the degree of the theft offense, whether we assume that the legislature intended for a mens rea term to apply to the amount of the taking. That's not going to be part of this week's class. We'll turn to more issues with theft next time. But think about that particular question. How would you feel about a sting operation where we have reason to believe this person is pilfering things from the mail, and we have a delivery man show up and offer him a package which he then accepts under false pretenses, and it contains some very valuable goods, goods in far in excess of what he's ordinarily been pilfering from the mail. And we have no reason to think that the things he previously pilfered from the mail, before he opens them, that he would have no reason to know what their contents were. How do we feel about putting $100,000 worth of gold into a box that we do a sting operation on? Because until you open the box, you don't know what's in there. Would you feel okay with convicting him of theft by deception of over $100,000 worth of goods? And if not, how do we then go about assessing the amount he has stolen or taken possession of by deception? These are really hard questions. We'll turn to those in later lectures, but this is one of those questions about what aspects of the crime does the mens rea provision apply to? Does it merely apply to the taking, or is there a mens rea requirement to the amount of the taking? So that's all for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.